Chelsea are really interested in Moises Caicedo, but are they paying too much for him? Is he worth 80, 90, or $100 million? Are Brighton over-asking? Well, others may say yes and others may say no, but first let's talk about who really is Moises Caicedo. Moises Isaac Caicedo Carrozo is an Ecuadorian professional football player who competes for both his country's national team and Premier League side Brighton and Hove Albion. He signed a 4.5-year contract to join Brighton and Hove Albion on February 1st, 2021. However, his performance did not go as planned, and on the final day of the transfer window in August 2021, he was transferred on loan to Beerschot of the Belgian First Division. Due to a lack of central midfielders at Brighton, he was recalled from his loan on January 12, 2022, and returned to England to play once again under Graham Potter. After Graham Potter left the club for Chelsea in September 2022, Brighton brought in the head coach of Shakhtar Donetsk, Roberto De Zerbi, who we have seen Ecuadorian develop very fast and flourished under his new manager. Chelsea has lost a lot of their significant player in the past weeks to the Saudi League rich heads, including their best number 6 and also one of the best number 6 in the league, Ngolo Kante. Ngolo Kante is my hero. Kante's style of play appeals to me because he applies a lot of pressure. Every day, I learn from watching him. If you want to keep growing, I believe it is beneficial to watch these great players. Those were the sentiments of a 19-year-old Moises Caicedo when he joined Brighton in 2021, and it appears he has seen a lot of the Frenchman in the 2 years since. As at now, Chelsea really need a hard-tackling defensive midfielder to replace N'Golo Kante, after bringing in their record-breaking signing Enzo Fernandez from Benfica, who seems to fit in the team pretty well, but having a hard time. The Seagulls player is great at covering areas on the left side of the midfield, but it's also important to note that he's a great presser. When his team advances, he's very good at quickly closing down spaces. Especially when he slides tackles, he tends to throw his entire body into the ball and usually wins it fairly cleanly. One of the factors of Chelsea's poor performance for last season was because of the injuries N'Golo Kante, which lasted over close to 6 months, and also poor performance from their midfielders and forwards. The France international N'Golo Kante played a total of 685 minutes in just 9 appearances across all competitions. Since making his debut for the Seagulls, Caicedo has played almost constantly for Brighton, with a muscle tear from far back in 2021 serving as the most serious injury in his career to date. Chelsea has also lost a lot of their experienced midfielders such as Kovacic and Jorginho to their rivals Man City and Arsenal. After bringing in Pochettino in this season, the Argentinian coach wants to bring in a ton of players from abroad over recent transfer windows, as well as to add Premier League experience to a team that has lost a lot of that this summer. Chelsea's new manager will find a lot to admire in the young midfielder. He was ranked among the top 5 Premier League midfielders for completed passes and tackles. His passing accuracy was second only to Rodri of Manchester City, and he excelled in interceptions, ball recoveries, duel success, and passes into the final third. His signing could benefit other players in the Chelsea squad, as the team had issues in both attacking and defensive areas last season. His boundless energy and defensive skills could improve Chelsea's ability to break down attacks. Enzo Fernandez, another Chelsea player, could also benefit from Caicedo's presence, allowing him to play further up the pitch and showcase his talents, and also help create more chances for Chelsea's new forwards Christopher Nkunku, Nicholas Jackson, and more. The 24-year-old also fits perfectly in the right back position in case the team wants him to do so. Other rival clubs, including Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester United, were interested in signing Caicedo. Since the other rivals, such as Arsenal, having to get their new man Declan Rice, and Man United, seems to focus on Sofyan Amrabat. This makes him a valuable target for Chelsea. Though Chelsea reportedly had a £70 million bid rejected for the midfielder, there's still a chance to secure the deal. Caicedo expressed his desire for the move through social media, explaining his background and dreams. Chelsea hopes that Ecuadorian addition to the team will fill a significant gap, helping their new signings flourish in the attacking front and midfield. Pochettino can build the team around Caicedo, potentially bringing Chelsea back into contention for major trophies. Should Chelsea consider paying a £100 million for Moises Caicedo? In this case, yes. Chelsea should consider paying £100 million for him because he brings a unique set of skills that are hard to find in the transfer market, especially when it comes to players from Brighton. His abilities both in and out of possession make him an invaluable asset for the team. Caicedo's exceptional performances and contributions at Brighton have made him difficult to replace for his current team. Caicedo's versatility and brilliance in both offensive and defensive roles would add a new dimension to Chelsea's game. The 24-year-old defensive attributes, including tactical awareness, tackles, interceptions, and ball recoveries, can enhance Chelsea's defensive solidity and allow the attacking players to focus more on their offensive duties. With Caicedo anchoring the midfield, Chelsea could unleash the full potential of Enzo Fernandez, who had been somewhat restricted in his role due to the lack of a consistent defensive midfielder alongside him. Securing a player of Caicedo's caliber could significantly boost Chelsea's chances of making a return to Champions League football, bringing exposure, revenue, and attracting top players to the club. If you enjoyed watching this video, we kindly ask you to consider subscribing to our channel and also like the video. Your support will help us create more content you'll love. Thank you for being a part of our channel.